Hey, we're Sam and Kelly. We've been living nomadically for over 4 years, between a self-converted van to a 2003 school bus, and recently to our first home across the country, and now a 2006 T1N Sprinter van. You might think we're a little bit loco for all of these changes. That's because we probably are, but our goal is to make sure we tick all of the boxes of things we want to do while we can, no matter how wild they may seem. In our last video, you saw us spend our first night in our new van, but we didn't show you what it was like getting the van, and it was not as simple as you may think. Welcome back to a new Sam and Kelly vlog. Right now, you're just talking to half of us. I figured before Sam takes over completely, I should sit down and have a little chat with you guys. You're currently on a pillow tripod. I thought that would be more comfortable for you. Okay, so getting this van did not come without a little bit of drama. I'm gonna take out my hair. I need to get comfortable here. So here's the quick backstory. This van was located in Colorado, and since we now live part-time in Charleston, South Carolina, and had a bus to sell, we drove from South Carolina to California to sell our bus, to then make our way to Colorado. A lot of steps were needed to make this van happen, but of course, before buying the van, we had a mechanic do a check to make sure everything was in good condition before purchasing. The mechanic did say it was pretty good, but there would be at least a couple $1,000s of repairs. But this particular van was one of the cheapest options that we found on the market, while still being built out and ready to camp in immediately. So we had to go for it. But because we no longer live in California and we are across the country, there were some logistical hurdles we needed to do to register this van. So after arriving in California and selling our bus, we then flew to Colorado and bought our van. We flew to Charleston to register the van the next day. Then we flew back to Colorado to get the van. Lots of red eyes this week, because our goal is to drive it back to California for a summer of West Coast van travel. Are you keeping up? I know it's a lot, but I wanted to give you a little bit of background to understand what we were dealing with. Now let's get back to van life. So we flew to Denver and we were so excited to get this van. We got up at 3 a.m. this morning in California. We made it to Denver. It's 11:45 a.m. now. We're about to pick up our new adventure. We took it on a test drive, we looked around, we went to the bank, we submitted the money, and then as we were leaving, we turned on the van and tried to crank it, and it wasn't turning on. The previous owner was just kind of like scratching their heads like, yikes. So we were like, you know what, no worries, we're about to take it to the mechanic anyway. However, once we brought it to the mechanic, we did find out a couple more things that needed to be done, but we were spending every night pretty much in our van at the mechanic's shop. They were kind enough to take it out of their shop and let us sleep in here. It wasn't the most fun way to start this experience, but we kind of knew what we were getting into. But every day that passed, we were promised, okay, tomorrow it'll be ready, tomorrow it'll be ready. And after a week or so of being in Denver, and meanwhile, my mom was in the hospital, so I was getting pretty concerned about feeling like stuck in a city. I hate that feeling. And so many things just felt so overwhelming at that time. So Sam and I were like, okay, we're going to fly back to California. We're going to check on my mom, check on my family, and just let us know when it's ready. Even the mechanics there were like, this is a good vehicle. Like, don't worry about that. It's just there's things that you gotta fix because it's old. The mechanic called us and told us that the van was ready, but Sam and I both decided that because of all the money we were spending on repairs that were unexpected, that we didn't want to both fly back and drive the van back, especially because we just did a cross-country drive together. Once Sam told his dad about everything that was going on, he was like, wait a second, I've been looking for a little bit of an adventure myself.
Feels like deja vu. All right, she's back. Pop's first look.
It's awesome.
We're back to rig life, immediately having to fix drawers that are broken. You ready for this?
Oh, I'm born ready. Well, I'm Phil. I'm his father. Helped him build out the van. If you watched any of the classic Sam and Kelly's van, you would have seen me. And I'm so flattered that I get to go on this little adventure with my son.
I'm very excited to have this quality time with my dad, to be able to share this experience with him, take him from Colorado to California. We've never done something like this before. We've only camped together, I think, once on like a solo trip, so this will be a core memory. I'm bringing him to arguably my favorite place in all of Colorado. First stop, we are going to be taking my dad through several of the very unique and cool mining mountain towns in Colorado. And while we explore, While we explore these mountain towns during a crazy windstorm, we're going to be using the OM5 to take pictures and document our experience. This video is sponsored by OM5. We've been using this camera for the past 8 months and we love using this thing. And luckily, one of the main highlights of this camera is that it is all weatherproof, so dust, rain, shine, it can handle it all, and it looks like we're going to need to have it handle it today. So without further ado, let's get going. It is a Tuesday and the weather is atrocious out. So with it being a very small mountain town, you could imagine that there's no one here. But this actually, it's giving like ghost town. It's really right? It's awesome. It's cool.
I think it's really creepy.
Yeah, this is way cooler than if there were people here.
Stand here, that's the person standing holding here, that's the person in front, and this connects to the dogs.
So this is a dog sled.
All right, stop one, success.
No oil on it. All right, cool. Very sweet.
So like I said earlier, we've been using the OM5 since last October, and this has been seriously one of the most fun cameras that we've ever had a chance to use. It is so light and compact. This thing weighs less than a pound. Like, you don't even notice this when it's in your bag or around your neck. And I always say the best gear that you can have is the gear that you don't worry about bringing with you, that isn't even a thought. And this camera being so light and compact and easy to just put in your bag or leave around your neck makes it a no-brainer when bringing it on all your outdoor adventures.
Hello. It is stocked today.
Okay, so if you know anything about Melanzana, you know that it is one of the most sought after outdoor clothing brand stores in all of Colorado. They do it by appointment base, other than just the very small selection that you saw inside that is for walk-ins. And the appointment base are usually booked up 5 to 6 months ahead of time. The earliest booking was February 2026. And I was talking to the lady like, oh, like that's so cool. Like I wish one day I'd be able to go in there. And she's like, well, if you actually want, someone just canceled and it was slow. So I literally just got to go in and get from the actual store for the first time. We've been coming here since 2021 every single year, and we've never had this opportunity. So I'm telling you, the luck of this van is turning around. And now it's time to take my dad to one of the oldest bars in American history. Definitely a bar at the highest elevation in American history. One of the coolest features of the OM5 is that it is compatible with the high-res shooting with handheld shooting, not tripod shooting. Because of the fact you can get 50 megapixels with this without a tripod, anything that you take with this at the 50 megapixel level will be able to be printed. You can blow it up. You can have it be a huge poster if you want, and which is such a fun thing to do. I used to go print my photos back in the day, and it would always turn out a little grainy because my cameras weren't able to create such a high megapixel. I think the highest I was able to do was 12 megapixels. So it would start to like showcase a lot of grain and blur. And you can see all the little like imperfections of just the actual print, not your photo. So with the 50 megapixel aspect, you don't have to worry about that. You can take as many pictures as you want and you can blow them up, which is such a fun feature. And it's a great way to have a cool memory of your photos in your home.
Getting out of breath, I see.
Thank God I brought my inhaler. So let's go get some of Mo's original Welcome to Lead
Bama, because it's like Alabama.
Barbecue. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's the best baked beans I've ever had in my life. Struck my corner, I need myself a sarsaparilla.
We're about to get a beer at the oldest bar in Colorado.
It's everything he described it to be, including its aroma, its ambiance. Loved it. Why do I exist?
How cool is that?
Oh my God.
We just found a disc golf course in the Colorado Rockies in the highest elevation town in America. So we found some discs that were used for a few bucks, and we're gonna see if we can throw some discs. Phil has tennis elbow, so it will be,
Oh, that's right.
he'll have to sidearm every throw.
Yeah.
Ready? Oh no! The more things that you need to just take the pictures and videos that you have in your mind, the harder it's gonna be for you to actually go out and do it. That's what's so great about this camera. Basically, this is all you need. You don't need a tripod, you don't need a gimbal, you can go out and you can have stable footage, high-res footage, in all types of weather with just this little camera. Right now they're having their summer special, which means that this is actually the most affordable that this camera will ever be. If you guys want to pick one up for yourself, there'll be more information in the description below. Thank you again to OM5 for sponsoring this video. It's been so much fun taking this out with my dad and taking all these pictures, and we'll be able to have these memories for a lifetime. Trust me, you're going to want to keep watching because it gets a little bit crazy at the rest of this video. Ow! We made it. It was really bad. So we started today at 3 a.m. and it's now 9 p.m.
Good morning. Beautiful day today. Oh wait, I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Hey! Smooth move, X-Lax.
You ready? Look at that Utah, baby!
So we had a lot of plans to explore maybe Moab and maybe some other national parks on this road trip, but the average temperature from now until next Tuesday is 110 degrees. We don't do good in the heat. I don't know why. Every single time, whether it's October, now the beginning of June, it doesn't matter when we go through this area of Utah and Nevada, it is always 100 degrees. And the last time we did this, I was in the bus and felt like I was gonna have a mental breakdown. Here's the clip. The sun is beating on me and it's so hot and we got so much more to go. I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I dread these things.
Woo! What do you think of this view?
This is amazing. That spot right there, it's like a whole different section. And these remind me of the Vasquez Rocks from all the Star Trek TV show. Right about there is where Kirk threw a boulder on a Gorn. But he survived. Off to Slurp. Swig?
Slurp.
Slurp? Swig.
Swig.
The van is doing amazing. It's been a beautiful drive. It is hot, but it's not too bad. We're about to actually reach the hottest part of the drive, but we're gonna go to one of our favorite places ever for a cool down. You'll see shortly. But if you recognize this place, if you've seen our videos, we slept right over there last time we passed through here in October. Hours later, we've made it to St. George, and it is a very cold 107 degrees. The van's doing great, the AC's kicking. This is such a more pleasant experience than traveling in the bus. I'm gonna take my dad to probably the only reason why we like coming to Utah, other than the natural beauty.
Oh,
Hi, how's
you
it going?
poor woman.
Sorry they get to be outside, this is crazy.
No, you're totally good. Yeah.
You've done this road trip before, right, when you were younger?
Yes, I did. I flew into Colorado, and from there I got one of these companies that you drive someone else's car, and it was somebody moving from Colorado to LA, which is where I needed to be, so I drove their car to LA.
And you slept at a truck stop.
And I stayed at a truck stop because it was over Christmas, and on Christmas Eve I stopped at a diner and just got a bagel and a cup of coffee, and I thought I'd be a nice guy and give her a $5 tip. I actually put down my $50 bill, and now I only had enough money just to cover enough gas to get home. Didn't have credit card back then, so I had to sleep in my car. But I made someone's day. Yeah. And now, 40 years later, I got a story to tell about it.
And you get to relive the experience.
Relive the experience. And this time, we're not sleeping on the side of the road. But that was December. It wasn't 107.
How are you today? Good. So he got the Waikiki, which is Coke, coconut, cream, and
Pineapple.
And I got the Texas soda, and it has Dr. Pepper, coconut cream, and something else. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's so good. Tastes like a pina colada. Unique little part. We are literally going to be in Arizona for exactly like 5 miles.
Arizona.
This would be so fun to climb. What is it?
It's your mud flap.
Oh, we heard a big boom. Yeah, our mud flap, I guess, just popped off.
Yeah, oh, it's sat like this. It looks like something, doesn't it look like here it's snagged on something?
It must have been like a little rock or something in the road, and it just popped off. I guess it's fine, it's not gonna affect anything.
Yeah, it's just to stop the mud from slapping up on the side of the car.
Something happened in the car, and it was the best case scenario. All right, so our first little scare of the drive, and it really wasn't that big of a deal. So, onward, 1 hour away from Vegas.
We made it!
9 hours of driving later, we are in Las Vegas.
$70 is gonna, wow, we actually
Oh, view of the back of the castle. We have some fun things planned for tonight, or we don't. Either way, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. All right, it is our last day. We woke up exactly 6 minutes ago, and we packed everything up and are down here because we slept in a little bit. It was so cold in the room, which was such a nice change of pace. It was 60 degrees in the room, and it's already over 100 degrees at 9 a.m. 5 more hours to go. How was last night? Was it like
awesome.
Was it like a movie? Dad, what are you gonna do with that? Like, why are you picking stuff up off the ground?
You never know, at any moment. We might need something like this.
Typical dads, always thinking they're gonna need something, but they never do.
1 minute later.
Oh man, I wish I had like a magnet or something that can like work for this phone mount.
You mean something like this? You never know.
Back to California, and we are going to California's version of Buc-ee's. It ain't as good as Buc-ee's, but it's the best California's got. I think this is it.
Could possibly be our last stop.
So Dad, you've been to Buc-ee's, and you've been to now the largest gas station in California. How does it compare?
No.
It doesn't compare.
No, it's not even comparable, because Buc-ee's is insane.
3 hours later.
We've done it. How was the road trip?
It was awesome. It really was awesome. I wouldn't have changed a thing.
Do you think this is going to do as well?
It's going to be a great van.
Love you, Dad. That was so much fun.
Hello, I made it.
You made it! Wow. Are you sweaty?
No. AC's kicking, baby.
Oh, amazing! It looks so cute. I'm so happy to see you. We're naming it Bluebird as an homage to our bus.
Are you ready to get to work, baby? Let's make this van a home.
Let's do it.